I'm talking bulletproof.
It's Madden NFL 23. We've got J.K. Dobbins. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Ravens and the Jags, next on Madden NFL 23.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. They're the best team in the NFL as far as running the football goes, but they're in for a stern test here.
Yeah, that defense that they're going up against, they're no slouch either. One of the top 5 units in the league. I think this game could boil down to stopping the big play. This offense can certainly hit some home runs, and if they hit on a couple here, it might be all they need to win the game.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit. And hit it he did.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson going to run again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson, options out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know, we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Etienne up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Toss left side for Etienne. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On first down, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Succa, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. A little screen.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Tannehill. This complete to Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Let's check on one final game for you.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And they'll begin by running the option. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. And
the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. But the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide down with a good gain. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out come the Jags. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Jackson on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll drop this one down to Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miller. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. And the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. We're down to the 41. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.